expect me to stay like I'm your own.
What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane back again with another Sistas video, and this is the video for episode 11 from season 3, the mid-season finale. Let's get into it. Child, last night we saw the mid-season finale for Sistas season 3, and it did not disappoint. Let's just start off at a place that I hoped that we would get to, that I've been praying that we've been getting to, that I was going to throw a tantrum if we never got to it. Miss Andi and her outrage showed up for the assignment this go round, y'all. She, at the top of the episode, walks in on Gary, and he is in the middle of his therapy session. Y'all can't see my air quotes, but therapy session with his therapist looking on while he has a woman straddle him and I guess simulate or emulate or whatever lay. I don't know. It's still ghetto. It's giving faux sex, and even if it's not real sex, it's still, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And you actually thought that this was a good idea? How? Andi comes in hot and angry because, as any fiance would, who wants to walk into their apartment and see their fiance straddle on their bed with another woman? Nobody. And like Andi said to the therapist, did you think that this was a good idea for y'all to do this without me even knowing? For me, it's the complete lack of respect and to treat Andi like she's a damn fool, because both Gary and the therapist have an attitude or have a disposition like she has no reason to be angry. Like, this does not look fishy. Like, this completely makes sense. And at the bare minimum, like, okay, cool. Everyone's saying this is a potential treatment method, right? Like, when Andi goes and talks to Karen, Karen's like, well, I've had clients who actually have done it. However, the key word there is client. The husband and wife were in on it together. The fiance wasn't doing it on his own, unbeknownst to the other fiance, keeping her in the dark and giving her reasons to feel insecure. Aside from all of that, like, let's also remember that your current fiance was once your mistress. They literally treated Andi like she was stupid, and Gary's like, see, I can't get a word in, and see, she doing this, and see, she doing that. This therapist lady, while you might honor and freaking look up to her, or whatever this is that you got going on, Gary, she ain't Andi mama. So you looking over to her to try to get her to check Andi is stupid on top of all the other stupid you've been doing, sir. I need to focus, y'all, because all I got is reads for Gary right now. And that's all I've had all season. That's probably all I've had for the first 2 seasons. But I do want to take time and space to really honor the fact that Andi did not back down. Andi said, no, this is not okay. I don't care what's going on. I don't apologize for flipping out. I don't apologize for calling this girl a whore. I don't apologize for cussing you out. And guess what? Take this ring up off my finger and get the hell up out my house. Can we get a song? Get the hell up out my house. And we love to see it. This is the energy and the time I have been hoping Andi would be on for the last 2.5 seasons. And it might have taken her a while to get here, but damn it, she here, and we are so excited to see you, sis. We are proud of you. Let's go and head over to Danni, who is now finally vocalizing a little bit of how she feels, but she's also still being very, very evasive, very, very passive aggressive, very, very self-sabotaging. I tweeted this, but Danni, if this man don't come back, if you have lost him forever, I don't want to hear it. I have no tears, no sympathy, no empathy for you being sad behind losing this man, because you literally just took him and threw his ass out the window. We get to see them have a conversation, and Andi don't want to hear about his bull, don't want to hear about his day, don't want to hear about the bluegrass or the country or whatever. And it's like, okay, girl, we get it. You want to have a guy who has more in common with you. That makes total sense. However, you are going to the extremes of, like, you don't even want to hear anything about him anymore. Like, there has to be a nice even yoking of the both of you. But you seemingly so repulsed by everything that makes him him and everything that makes him happy. It's like, girl, this is OD. If you need more attention given to the stuff that you're into, if you need him to take more time to get to know you and, again, the stuff that you like, then just say that. But you ain't got to go OD with dismissing and disregarding everything that matters to him, especially when he has proven himself time and time again to want to prioritize you, how you feel, what makes you comfortable, and what you like. You opening your mouth right now to be divisive in your relationship when you need to open your mouth and just speak about what you need. What the hell is the problem? Chill. I'm sitting here talking about them like I wasn't just them before. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's why I speak about this the way that I have, because I pretty much have been. Let me see. I have not. I might have been Andy. I ain't even gonna hold you. I might have been Andy for a brief moment in time. I've definitely been Danny, and I've definitely been Karen. And I look back at myself like, you had to learn them lessons, sis, but I bet you won't never do that shit again. I really, really love Danny as a character. However, in this season, she has definitely fallen off for me. She's fallen off by way of her disposition towards Karen and where she stood in the whole Andi and Gary thing, and then now what she's doing to herself. It's so sad to watch this black woman basically not really realize her worth. Like, part of the conversation I think you can say is like, okay, she's using her voice and speaking up for what she don't like, but if you can speak up for what you don't like, you need to also advocate for what you do and figure out how you create a picture that looks like that without just tearing things down and not actually offering solutions to be able to fill the space. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to y'all. Before I move to my favorite part of the episode, the storylines that mattered the most to me, let's talk about Maurice and Q. Or Scammer Boy. This is why I should have never started using his real name, because he don't even deserve it. You're raggedy, sir. Raggedy. T rash capital T. Gay for pay? Maurice, you should have known, because this boy has not had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and yet and still, you're still engaging with him because the D is mom. Like, that ain't enough, bro. You have your own place, you have your own career, you know, can stand up for yourself, you take care of yourself, you do not need nobody's leech, and or this random gay for pay dude running up behind you causing problems. Now look at you. By the end of the episode, we're left on a cliffhanger with Maurice and Q got Maurice at gunpoint talking about, we going up in the bank, we're going to rob the bank. Oh, no, we're not. Not my job. Not my gainful employment. No, we're not. I need for when we come back from this mid-season break for Maurice to gather him the same way that he gathered that football player, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. And it's and he got to go. Q got to go. Child, why are we talking about Maurice? Maurice sets Calvin up to talk to Sabrina, which ultimately gets him over to Sabrina's house, and now they're reunited. Listen here. We're not doing this roller coaster with y'all. If y'all can get together again, you better stay together. Sabrina, I don't want to hear about what nobody said, about what drugs you think he doing, about how gay you think he is. All of that is out the window. Don't go back down that road. Y'all both have gone to very high extremes in reference to this relationship that y'all have been trying to cultivate and then not cultivate and then trying to cultivate, and we are not riding this roller coaster with you. So if you get together right now, y'all want to be kissing all on the mouth and all that, y'all better stay together, and it better be peaceful. The only issue that I want to see happening is Calvin getting Jacoby together, because y'all know Jacoby is still on Sabrina's you know what, and Calvin, you're gonna have to take care of that as your woman. When it comes to y'all need to be solid as a rock. Y'all need to be a team. Sabrina, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else coming into your relationship. We're done that. We've been there, done that, and now that y'all have gotten back together and apologized and said that you missed each other and all that kind of stuff, that's it, that's all. Thank you, management. Okay, let me go ahead and touch back on Andi real quick, because she does go about having all the smoke for Gary, and then she go ahead and jumps off the deep end with Robin, and I am here for it. Their little chit chat over the actual settlement papers and drinks at the office turns into a bit more. She gets this kiss, and I'm like, girl, you look right. You look happy. This looks like it's a match made in heaven. Keep the same energy, sis. Second part of season 3, I'm gonna need you to keep the same energy, because Robin is here. Robin, don't start tripping. We done got this far. You better not be crazy on the low, because our tolerance, our patience is at an all-time low, bro, and we ain't putting up with no foolishness. You better be coming with happily ever after, or coming with nothing at all, because we don't have time for anything in between. Okay. All right, but moving on to my favorite storylines, y'all. Oh my God. So Karen is one of my favorite characters. She has been one of my favorite characters from the beginning. I see myself the most in Karen, and not that I was like, oh, out here just beating Negroes down with my words or anything like that. I feel like Karen says a lot of things that I have thought in my raggedy relationships. I didn't necessarily say those things, but I was definitely thinking them. So I feel her, and I feel like being the one to have to carry a relationship and support a Negro and like see all the potential and all of that jazz, that's cute and fine and all until it ain't, okay? So I really resonated a lot with Karen. I'm glad that they actually handled her storyline with Zach in this way. So now he has to come up. He gives her the $72,000 that he owed her, or the bill that he basically racked up and what he was able to get from her over the course of the last 3 years in the relationship. And no, she didn't want it back. She didn't do it for all that. She did it because she was in love with him, but it's a really great gesture that he actually does it, and I'm glad that she gets to get it because she's also going through a moment right now where her salon is about to struggle. She had a stylist leave the salon and start up his own salon and is undercutting her prices and trying to take all of her clients. So this money will help flow her for a little while so that she could be okay. And I'm glad that Zach was able to show up for her in this moment in the way that she needed. They get a little bit more real closure. They both communicate to each other that they love each other. She communicates that she's happy for him and all of his success in this new journey and, you know, what he's going to do next. And I believe her. She seems very genuine when she's saying it. There is still a little tinge of heartbreak there in that he's finally the man that she always wanted him to be, but he couldn't be that while they were together, and that kind of sucks. That's almost just like poor timing in reference to life and their journeys and all of that. But I said this before. I said this in my predictions video that I thought that we were going to get a good closure moment in this episode, but I don't know if this is completely it for them. I do think we're going to go into a full-on moment with Zatima as they deserve. But I do think that there will be some lessons and things that Zach learns within that relationship that he'll be able to look back to his relationship with Karen and really be able to understand a little bit better how they got to where they were. Because while she didn't support him in the ways that he felt like he needed, she did the best that she could at that time while he was trying to do the best that he could. And I think his relationship with Fatima will also show who he needed to be in the moments when he was with Karen. From there, Karen goes home and she's already meeting up with Aaron for their date night, and he proposes marriage, but like very casually and very much so like, well, so I don't be out here, forsaking the Lord and whatnot. Let's go ahead and get married so that we can keep having sex. Don't propose to me like that. I don't give a damn if you in the church or not. Do not propose to me talking about something. I got kicked out of my ministry group that I have been mentoring for years because I had sex with you and I'm not supposed to be having sex and I'm not married, so I don't want to stop having sex with you, so let's go ahead and get married. No, absolutely not. Where's the romance? Where's the one need? Where's the actually you want to be with me and not just you want to continue to have sex with me? And I do think that Aaron wants to be with her, but sir, this little practical proposal is not it. The proposal in general is not it, honestly. It just ain't. Now, to the highlight of the episode, Zach and Fatima. Zach is all suited and booted. He done made his amends and closure with Karen. Now he is gone to his woman and he lets Fatima know, I'm ready to do this. I want to do this. And she's hesitant, as of course as she should be. She knows that Zach is still in love with Karen. We all know that. And that's cool. But at some point you gotta take a risk. And he's showing up. He's giving you full transparency, full honesty. And he's also saying, you know what? I want to do this. That's all you need, girl. That's really all you need. I'm gonna need Fatima to just lean on in and enjoy this happiness, enjoy this man who wants to be with her. Now, I don't think that it's going to be completely smooth sailing because Zach still has a lot to learn. He has not necessarily lucked up because he's been doing the work, y'all. He's been trying his best, but this stuff has been definitely expedited and there's a little bit of luck and guidance and God showing up for him in his world right now. And I think that because of the way that things have happened, he hasn't necessarily learned the lessons along with what some of these things would bring, or the lessons that would come before he reached certain levels, right? So even the note that Fatima makes about him having to pay taxes, he wasn't thinking about no dang on taxes. He's thinking about he got all this money. He was not even thinking about taxes. And while he's making smart decisions of like he's going to flip the houses and do the things that Chainbreaker did, but with his own money so that he can keep the money coming in, I still think that he has a lot to learn. Their relationship will be great. Their chemistry will continue, but again, it will be a regular relationship and it will not be completely smooth sailing. And I just need Zach to not necessarily cower in the moment that Fatima has to check him or be honest with him or point out a blind spot that he has, because while he has grown a lot, he has a few blind spots. But I'm excited for my girl Fatima because she deserves a man who is going to love up on her, who she is really, really into. And that's one thing we get to see. Like, I think that we're going to get at least a few episodes through the rest of the season when they come back of just seeing them in bliss, because so much of the series is watching these girls struggle in love. I think we might actually get to see these girls in bliss a bit. Well, child, the decoupling of Andi and Gary is going to be a hot ass mess, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the dates look like with her and Robin. I'm looking forward to seeing what the dates look like with Zatima. You can kind of keep Karen and Aaron, but I want Karen to be happy, and you can kind of keep Calvin and Sabrina too, because I just want them to sit over there and be in love and leave me the hell alone because they got on my nerves this whole time. And Lord, let's hope that Danni don't lose Preston, child. Zach and Fatima and Robin and Andi, we're gonna hold on to that. But y'all, that is my episode 11 mid-season finale breakdown. Let me know what you thought about the mid-season finale. Tyler Perry also did a after show for the mid-season finale where he got to talk to the cast and gave more insight, and I thought that that was super cool. I'm very excited for all the success that Sistas is seeing. All of the stars, those beautiful black women are amazing. They do a phenomenal job. I absolutely adore them. If you aren't already, be sure to follow me on social media at ericavane.com because I am live tweeting and posting my responses as I'm watching different things, replying to y'all and retweeting y'all and all of that jazz, and I would love to connect with you there. If you're new here, you need to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I break down Sistas amongst other great, amazing television series, and I would love to have you a part of this tribe, part of this community. Drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, go ahead and like, and let's keep this thing going. If you missed any of my Sistas breakdowns from season 3, go ahead and check them out right now. They're linked in the playlist on screen. And if you're looking for 2 new things to watch while we're on break from Sistas, then I got 2 suggestions for you on screen as well. It's your girl Erica Vane, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.